Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hilt of the Master Sword, and we are back with my Let's Play of Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Alright. Right now we are fighting the boss of Dungeon 2 for the Light World, Desert Palace. Alright. These guys, their name is the Land Molas, and I'm going to call them Molas. Not to be confused with the Mars Orbital Laser System. Sorry, Mars Orbital Laser Altimeter, or any acronym for MOLA that you can think of. Be creative, and don't confuse it with these guys. Alright, these MOLAs, I try to hit them with the arrows. It only works once, and I figure if I can hit them with anything to deal them damage, it's worth it. But the main strategy here is to wait until they poke their little heads out of the hole and then unleash a nasty spin attack on them. I've heard of some people going and getting the ice rod early. We will get that as soon as we're done with these guys. And then dealing them some damage with that, but I don't think the damage is much greater than the arrows, so I don't think it's worth it. And plus, the ice rod is really slow. You'd have to be able to have, like, a clairvoyant thought or be really, really lucky in order to hit them. Arrows travel a bit faster, and hopefully I can hit them, or you, for that matter, can hit them consistently. Okay, we got one down. Now, once number 2's down, number 3 will start spewing 8 rocks as soon as it pops out of the hole. And the 8 rocks will be in the 4 diagonals and in the 4 cardinals. Up, down, left, and right, of course. That's number 2. Number 3 should go down really quickly after this because I've been dealing him solid damage. Okay, number 3 bit the dust before he could bite the dust because I killed him too quickly. And I didn't have to deal with the whole 8 rocks spewing thing, which is really cool. And you'll notice that this one has no audio. Sorry about that. There's no game audio because something messed up somewhere. I don't know. If you don't like it, go do your own. And yeah, I died earlier. Congratulations. Everybody's done it. Okay. Now we are off to do a bit of item searching. And a bit of showing where stuff is. Alright. This tome right here, up on the right side, that is the tome that will give us the Ether Medallion, I believe. Post if I'm wrong in the comments. Tell me if I'm wrong. That we can get once we are in the Dark World, going to a specific spot and then warping back to the Light World using an item that we will get later. The Magic Mirror. Okay. This little guy that starts jumping up and down, he's pretty interesting, actually. I mean, it's just a little kind of Easter egg thing, but it's kind of funny. I'll show you that. And now we have 7 hearts. We are fully ready to tackle a mountain, but not just yet. There's still a bit of item collecting we need to do before we get up there. Okay, so, if you cut the grass and make sure he doesn't jump, because he will not jump unless there's grass, he says, alright, take it, thief, and automatically gives you a heart. I believe he always gives you a heart, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, that sound was aim. Deal with it. Once again, if you don't like it, go make your own. And I'm going to say that 1,000 times. I know it. By the time this LP is over, there's going to be like a massive count. One of you is actually going to start counting. Maybe. Maybe. That's totally not a... That's not a... That's not a plea for somebody to count that or anything. And, okay. This hole here. There's a lot of good things that come out of this hole. That sounded kind of wrong. Oh well. Anyway. The mini Moldorms. I do not like them. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I do not like them anyhow. I do not like them, Sam I am. Okay. Now that Dr. Seuss is over, that Moldorm just showed you, and I just showed you, the fact that there are about 4 pixels on which you can stand and move across to get across these edges. I can't manage to do it on the top, but on the bottom it's really easy, apparently. Because I can just do it, and it's really easy. Otherwise, you have to be really lucky with throwing bombs or arrows to kill those guys off in order to open the door. And that's why it's kind of a challenge. Okay, we enter with 390 rupees, and we will leave with many more. Many, many more. Okay, we got some bombs. there's 4 treasure chests in here, 20 rupees, alright. Official count is up to 20. I believe we're going to get some arrows, if I'm not mistaken. And another 20 rupees, that's up to 40 rupees we've gotten in here. And now we talk to this guy. He tells us to take some rupees, but to not tell anybody about this place. Or that he gave them to us. That's 300 rupees. We have just gotten 340 rupees in one cave, ladies and gentlemen, and that is really cool. That almost makes me feel like the Fonz! But I'm not. Not yet, anyway. Okay, the fireball that just traveled across the screen, I believe that is from one of these Zoras. The Zoras are really irritating. If I don't refer to them as Zoras, you may hear me refer to them as the really annoying things. They are annoying both in this world and in the Dark World. Okay. The bee! Okay, this bee, I believe it does 1/4 heart damage per hit. I believe later it doesn't do any damage once you get a certain particular armor, which makes him take half damage, but the game decides that that damage is negligible and says no. Alright. The green guys, they're very simple, but annoying. Because if you slash at them without having them stunned or anything, they will electrify you, because apparently your sword carries electrical signs and all that. Well, not what am I saying? Not electrical signs, it carries electrical waves, and it hurts you a little bit. You just gotta throw the boomerang at them, my favorite little boomerang. Alright, these guys, they just split apart, not really all that interesting. I mean, it looks cool for the first time. Hold on. Does that kind of look like a crescent moon to you? Alright. Jumping in the water, that's me showing you we do not have the flippers yet. Those we will get soon. Alright, the reason I'm coming over here, I said it earlier, we are getting the ice rod. And I am not getting something else. Alright, the open cave? No, that's too easy. Let's go in the cave that's already sealed off. Okay, so let's get in here. No enemies in here, just some really fun-looking blue texture. Okay, here's the chest. What's in the chest? The ice rod, of course! The ice rod we will not need till much later, and I mean much later. We will not need it until then, but we may or may not find a good use for it. Okay, so crabs. I don't want crabs. I just don't want crabs. There's nothing against you, game. I just don't want crabs, so we can just leave that part of our relationship alone. Alright, here's a couple fairies in here. Now, that statue is very special. If you ram into that statue by running into it with the Pegasus boots, a bee will come out. This is a very special bee. This is a bee, not like a spelling bee, but like a bee that'll help you out immensely. Because this bee, it kills enemies. If you unleash it anywhere, it will not hurt you. It will in fact go after your go after any enemies it sees, and it will successfully sting them and kill them off. But I don't want to dedicate the bottle space to it, so I will not be grabbing it. Unless there's a large resurgence of people telling me, I want to see the bee, and then I'll go back and grab it. But otherwise, it's not worth it to me, because I need more space for fairies, because, you know what? I, like other people, die a lot. I won't be showing 90% of those deaths, of course, but I do happen to die sometimes. And just before I dash into him, I kind of stop, so I don't get electrocuted. Alright. So, right now we're just traveling back up to make things easier once I start the next video, because I have some forethought in this Let's Play. Okay, now the question is, do you people actually care? Do you people care that there's no audio from the game in this particular recording? I want to know. Post in my comments. Tell me. Because if not, if you don't really care, then I'm just gonna be a bit lazy about it and not try as hard to get the audio synced up. And yes, the audio sync in the previous videos, as horrible as it was, that was actually corrected a little bit. Okay, I'm going to be winding this up. So, good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hilt of the Master Sword signing off!